So you all have created your About You assignments, and now I'm asking you to look at each other's code and start critiquing each other, learn from each other, see what works, maybe learn something that you didn't already know. So how are we supposed to look at other people's websites? Well, I've uploaded them all to a live website. Remember, I warned you that it was going to be live. So any of your information that you didn't want to be public shouldn't be on a website. So you will navigate to cis130.net. And when you get to this particular page, this is a page I created for this class. You can, obviously there's a link to W3 Schools. There's a link to upcoming meetups, and we'll talk about meetups soon enough. But in the meantime, you're going to click on CIS 130. And at the moment, there's only one student that I have in here. And this is actually a student from another semester, so none of you are in here yet. But as you start submitting your assignments, your names will appear. So everybody in the class, their names will appear here. And you can choose from your classmates. So I'll use Ashley as an example. So I will click on Ashley and her web page will come up. And this is what she created. This is information about her. If you right click on the page, not on the image, but on the page itself, anywhere else, one of the options after the right click is going to be Inspect Element or Inspect View Source, depending on which browser you're using. So if you choose that option, you'll see, not Inspect Element, I'm sorry, View Page Source. I did the wrong one. We'll look at Inspect Element later. But let's choose View Page Source. And you'll in fact see, and I could pull these out and put them side by side so I could see what's being rendered and how it's being rendered if you want. But at any rate, you'll actually see the code that was written to create that web page. Turns out every web page you can view the source on. And now I have her page and I have her visual side by side so that I can start to give feedback or comments or learn from her code. She did a good job with her coding, or with her comments. Looks like she's got a head tag and a body tag, properly opened and closed. She used a footer tag. She used a div. There's some li elements. Anyway, so this is what I want you to be doing, is to start looking at each other's source code and maybe learn something new, something you hadn't thought of, like the way that worked, like the way that didn't work. You forgot to close your li. Don't forget to make sure, whatever the situation might be. But this is a learning opportunity to learn from each other, critique each other, give each other compliments, see what it was that worked for somebody else. Perhaps you can learn and implement them on your own code. So this is how I expect you to do it, and I expect you to look at a minimum of 2 other people's web pages, ideally that you are mixing them up so everybody's not looking at the same person's page, and start getting ideas on what's working and critique each other. And let's work with each other to see what we can do to learn and grow our web pages.